Good afternoon. It's been a little bit since I've made a video. So recently, there's been a lot of big news about Dr. Disrespect, and he seems to have had some rough days this week. I had never imagined that he'd had such a downfall out of nowhere. Now, if you're watching this, you probably already know the details. It's something about a minor, it's probably something he said, but the main issue is his ban from Twitch from many years ago. But I just wanted to give my perspectives on the goods and the bads about the doc. Yeah, everything else, you can hear it from multiple sources. Now, first is some backstory. Now, I'm old by now. I've been watching YouTube since it came out, and people have come and gone. But I noticed something strange is that growing up and watching these people and they're doing their vlogs, their vlogs, you kind of have a relationship with this person you watch. And the world seemed to confirm what I was feeling later when Twitter came out with the follow button, right? You're an influencer and they're your followers. Um, so I followed many people. Um, for years, it's mostly been two. The other person, perhaps another video I'll talk about him, but the other person was the dog. I've been watching him for years. Now, unlike other people, the dog just inspired me to give life my best shot. To me, he just seemed like that good person that you're looking for in your life, not a person that brings you down. And that's what I thought was cool about watching him. Um, I was also watching him when he got banned the first time, and when he got banned on Twitch, I'm sorry. And I had no idea what it could have been because usually they give you warnings, usually you're banned for a few days, and this was just so sudden out of nowhere. So I never predicted that there was some type of sexual misconduct or anything like that. But later, out of nowhere, the doc came back on YouTube and things seemed great. But the next drama that involved him was kind of serious. Now, as we all know, he cheated on his wife. And it disturbed even me, even as a young adult. The only thing that I think was cool or that was interesting is that he kept making content as expected. He kept going no matter his problems. And this is what bloggers do. They have problems, they post about it. They're going to fix it, they post about it. They usually show everything to their audience. And this is the first critical note to take on the doctor's personality. He has shown that he will lie to get what he wants. Now, for me personally, I went to the university at the time and I did other things, but I was still watching the doc whenever I had free time. Now, all he kept talking about was Lamborghinis and money, and in a joking way, but it just seemed a little too exaggerated. Then he was coming out with the video game, and I thought to myself, that's too hard, bro. You need like tens of millions of dollars to compete with those companies. You need the experience. And at the end, what's the point of it all? Just to play games again? It seemed pointless to me. But he was doing it, He was a visionary, and I respect the confidence. Now, from this point, I'll kind of skip my experiences with the doc because I don't feel like it does any use to just talk about all these things that happened with him. Now, I'm just going to go right ahead into the drama. Now, what I personally believe is that the doc is not a pedophile. Now, pedophilia results from trauma, from what I've learned on the internet, right? Some sort of abuse or hardships in life. But because the doc has had so much success in the industry, online, and other areas in life, I doubt he experienced that kind of trauma. Usually people that have that level of trauma, they're not able to function well socially, they're not able to adapt to the work-life environment, and the doc does a great job of that. I mean, he jumps into something he hasn't done before, and he does well at it. Now, of course, he could just be a highly functioning predator, but I just doubt it. And this is where my friendship, in quotes, of course, with him comes in. I feel like I know the guy. I've watched him for hours and hours and hours. It just doesn't seem like him to be a predator. He has a wife, he has kids. He loves his kids. I mean, I'm sure. Who wouldn't? He loves sports. He loves doing his own projects. He seems to have a full life. And pedophilia, I mean, I feel like I could talk about it deeper and deeper more, but it's like, that's very abusive. That's very like you want to take something away from another person, and that just doesn't seem a part of his personality. Now, another side note about the dog and his kind of shady background is when the whole Nick Merckx drama happened. Now, I think Nick Merckx said something about leave the kids alone or something. And the whole world is LGBTQ now. I get it. And but the dog seemed to get so passionate about it that he seemed to support Nick Merckx. He stopped playing Warzone for a long time, and I almost couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, dude, like, get over it. But, it took a few months, but he came back out of nowhere and started playing Warzone, and I never knew what happened. And I'm like, was it money? Was he running out of money, or did he have some sort of talk with Nick Merckx about it? What I'm saying is that this all matches up with the behavior of Doc not being as open as we hope him to be, which is shady. It makes you look bad, and that's why I don't really trust him. Finally, my conclusion is that he's a mixed bag of good and bad. I didn't see the bad. I was just so illusioned with the personality. But despite his flaws, I truly doubt he's a pedophile. But this is my guess so far. Um, there are other times in the day where I feel like he is. I'm looking at this news, I'm looking at other people talking, and I feel like it could be true, and I feel betrayed. But I guess only time will tell. He's not really showing anything that's good. Everything that he said so far is just seems bad. It's like he's not giving any answers, being real hesitant about it, and that is suspicious. Now, needless to say, I don't think he can ever come back from this. But honestly, he has surprised me many, many times before. I just hope that he doesn't get in over his head like he has in the past. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.